Greetings and salutations. There we go. Fix that. My name is Daddy Tarzan. Welcome to another episode of Star Wars Edge of the Empire, presented by 2B Dice Adventures. We are happy to be here and excited to get this whole show on the road. Thank you for tuning in today. We're going to do a quick little casting introduction with two new characters in the stream this session. Let's go ahead and start off with our primary cast members. Chav, take it away.
Hi, I'm one of the new members. No, I'm not. It's me, Matt, also known as War-Torn Knight, out there on the interwebs, and this wonderful, wonderful evening, I have the pleasure of gracing your screens as Jav Visto, the Nothawin pilot and ever-present thorn in the side of everything that represents establishment ever.
And up next.
Greetings and salutations. I'm Oz, also known as Son of a Ghost on the dark webs. And I play Raw, a very grenade savvy, grenade needy. He loves grenades, okay?
Grenade
Likes
happy.
throwing them. Grenade happy.
Like
there
a
we go. That
grenade-aholic.
works. Grenade. Interesting. Yes. And yeah, that's that. He's raring to go.
I like it. And up next, one of our newest cast members, Humphrey. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, howdy doody. I am Humphrey Wendell Wickham. And I am playing Odil Atin, a older, gruffier Mandalorian, who's all about architecture and archaeology.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see how this goes.
Great. And finally, a familiar face, but a different character. Victor.
I am Chav. I'm kidding. Hi, everybody.
What?
Victor _ the story weaver here. And today I am playing the ever so bubbly, ever so energetic Gahi, who is your go-to pilot for all the missions that everybody else turns down. And yeah, Chav, you should be afraid.
Coming for your role, Chav. Coming for your role in this campaign. That being said, let's go ahead and kick our show on the road, and let's roll out our little opening credits. You know, the panic selection that I did when I first went live. You guys should know and are all familiar with. Here we go. Alrighty, you love to hear it, you love to see it. Let's go ahead and get this show rolling, shall we? We last left off with the crew of Core Atlas down a member and had been apprehended by a Imperial dreadnought that is scouring the galaxy for smugglers, smuggling illicit goods, so on and so forth. But that dreadnought happened to be carrying the Core Atlas crew's benefactor, Killbolt, along the way. Was that interception an accident, or was it by design? We don't know exactly, but Killbolt managed to swoop in and subvert the Admiral of the Nullifier's authority and take over the investigation, and therefore freeing the Core Atlas crew back to continue their trajectory to Nar Shaddaa. after getting a quick debrief from the crew, letting Killbolt know that the mission was somewhat of a bust after having an assassination attempt taken against them at the conclusion of the heist. Killbolt was rather displeased with the manner of which they made their escape from the planet, drawing attention to themselves and creating more work for Killbolt to have to cover up. He informs them that they will be in contact at some point in time. But as of that's not right. There we go. That's not right either. I don't like this. What's going on? I'm confused. There we go. It just needs a little adjustment.
You narrate, I'll adjust.
There we go. The crew was then set back out to continue their journey to Nar Shaddaa, what is commonly known as the Smugglers' Moon, a place where one can go to get lost and drown out painful memories, and imbibe in illicit substances. This is the perfect place to find crew to take on unsavory jobs, and it's the perfect breeding ground for a new job opportunity, which the Core Atlas crew could use. At this time, the travel is nearing. The Core Atlas is, or the Nothiwin Chimera's journey in hyperspace is coming to an end as they are reaching the exit point of their hyperspace jump. Chav, you get an alert over the intercom that your destination is quickly approaching, and the ship, or you start making your way about the ship to get to the cockpit to prepare for sublight, prepare the sublight engines. What is everyone else currently up to at this time?
I would say that Rawl is knee deep in parts, just making random things, and he just so happens to make what the real world knows as a meteor. What is it? Tarzan?
Meteor hammer.
Meteor hammer. There it is. A meteor hammer. And he's probably just practicing trying to throw and hit his target. Probably has the half of droid that he had stolen from the mining colony propped up somewhere, and he's just going to town, trying to distract himself from the loss.
Gotcha. Oh yes, and chat brought it up. We late comer to the show, Dia, playing Dove, our wonderful gadgeteer bounty hunter. Yeah, Dove, what are you up to? You've had two weeks at your disposal to come up with something to busy yourself after witnessing the departure of Oho from the crew in one of the most dramatic fashions possible. Rawl having to come to terms with that departure after being together for so long. How would you have gone about circumventing that tension or dealing with it?
So that sounds like a real problem. I've got things to do. I've got bounties to take. And it seems that everyone just needs a little space. And so I'm going into space. picking up a few bounties on behalf of the Hutt clan, just making nice with their leader from Cloud City.
Okay.
And if they have my contact, so if they let me know that they're meeting back on Nashada, I'll probably be there already.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you... Okay. Chav, at this time, you can hear the rumbling as the ship approaches its exit vector. The sudden thrumming of the hyperspace engine slowing down to or winding down to a complete stop, and the ship exits into sublight space within the sector of Nalhutta. You have the jewel. What's Nalhutta called? The jewel of. Excuse me. Is
Yeah.
Huttese for the. Nalhutta is the jewel of. I can never remember it exactly. The jewel of.
The Outer Rim.
No. I want to know the actual name.
The apple of my eye. What?
Hut space, climate. I had it on the tip of my tongue, and then as soon as I go to mention it, I completely blank it. It's the worst. Well, it's a jewel, that's for sure. I just can't remember the name anymore. But you guys enter the
or glorious jewel.
No,
So now how to
That's,
the name
that's
means.
what it says on Wookiee.
Oh, it does it? Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking at too, but it doesn't say that. All right, yeah, the glorious jewel. There we go. God damn it! It would have flowed so much better if I would have remembered.
Oh, good.
You enter into the atmosphere and begin your descent on the city, the smaller city planet. What a lot of people like to refer to Narshada as a smaller Coruscant. You begin your descent down towards the city, and your communicator, or your ship's being hailed by the surface of the planet. Did I not do it? Let's see. Difficult again. All right. Incoming transport. This is space traffic control. Please proceed to dock landing pad P36 and enjoy your visit to Nar Shaddaa. In transit, would you please be so kind to transmit your transponder codes, and we can finalize all the nitty-gritty details once you get landside.
Gotcha there. Hey, P36, that one's tough to back into. You mind if I do P37? It's right next door.
You just hear like a slight. Give me a second for authorization.
At this point, as he's waiting, he's gonna lean over to whoever's nearest to him, just be like, "I like fucking with him like this."
Incoming vessel, I have from your transponder codes, Northwind Chimera, is that correct?
That's the one.
Alright, Northwind Chimera, thank you for visiting Nar Shaddaa. Yes, you are cleared to land at landing pad P37. Have identification present and ready for receipt. And we will be with you shortly. Over.
Northwind Chimera, headed to landing pad P37. Sir, you are a gentleman and a scholar. Over and out.
And you begin your descent to the spaceport. Easy we don't need a skill check for it. It's an easy piloting trajectory. All the traffic coming in and out is simultaneous, but is free flowing as it's a very coordinated effort from the traffic controllers. Hello, Tater. Thank you. You land. Upon landing, you do spot outside of or on the edges of your landing pad a couple of officials that appear to be, probably the dock master or the spaceport master, waiting to receive you. It's a Venin, which if you're not familiar with, actually, let's go ahead and whoever's in the cockpit, go ahead and give me a xenology check from real quick. Let's see if you would have encountered these guys before.
I would think that Raw, upon exiting hyperspace, would have probably joined in the cockpit as well.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and get a xenology check from you as well.
That would be 2 successes from Mr. Visto.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, look at that. You both have apparently encountered this species before. So, Shista Venin is a werewolf-like alien species. She stands about 6'2", heavily laden with fur, canine facial structure, and bright yellow eyes, with complemented with fangs and claws. She's standing at the edge of the docking pad with a data pad in hand. She's very official in her appearance, and she just seems to be waiting patiently. Let's go ahead before we get this going. Let's get every. I see Dove already rolled her light side token. Let's get a force roll from everybody that's participating today. Lovely. You love to see it.
I like this.
There we go. Whoa, Chav rolling light side today. Look at
I rolled
that.
light
And then Humphrey, a force die is the white D12 on the table. You see it? There we go. Awesome.
Don't worry,
Look
guys,
at that.
we
You guys
got
rolled good. We got 4 light, 2 dark. Okay, that's 6 altogether. Oh, that's backwards. There we go. All right. Cool. So you land. You begin your disembark from the ship, or is there a game plan that you want to go over before you disembark?
Chev would meet the dock official, as it were, go through the motions, cross the T's, dot the I's, or whatever it would be in Orabush. But yeah, just go through all of that. I don't think he would leave yet because he has a delivery that needs to be making, so he needs to contact some people, figure out if they're coming here. He's got to go there.
Wait, say again? What was that last part?
The shipment, the souvenirs that we picked up before leaving that we needed to drop off here.
That's right. Souvenirs.
Yeah.
We do need to find out. That's a good point. Have you contacted Galt at all since your departure during your downtime? Oh shit.
So if he didn't already give me a contact, this would be the point that I contact Galt.
Okay, cool. All right.
But yeah, I got to figure out if I got to bring these boxes to somebody or if they're going to come and pick them up from the Chimera.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, you meet with the port master. Kelsey is her name. You go over the information. She just goes over your manifest, confirming that the weights are what they should be. The weight of your ship should be what it's at, and she doesn't see. Well, actually, what would that be?
Go ahead. Tell me that the weight's wrong. Tell me that the weight. You act like I don't move freight for a living.
I'm curious what that would. What? I guess that would be what. Let's see.
What kind of options do we have? Let's take a look. See here.
Yeah, let's see here.
Could call it a computer's check if she's pulling the data from a data pad, because it's not a hard copy.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it would be a computer check.
Maybe.
Investigation.
Maybe mechanics.
I'm gonna go with investigation. It's gonna be an investigation check because that makes more sense. Because she's gonna go over the weights of the equipment that you have on your manifest, comparatively to what the ship's landing pads readouts are showing her. Make sure everything's up to snuff and there's no funny business. Granted, if there is funny business, I mean, you are on the Smugglers' Moon. It wouldn't be. Actually, that's a good point. You are on the Smugglers' Moon. They probably would want to find out if there's things you're hiding from them. So yeah, I guess that would still play out. Let's go with. Who do I want? We're gonna go with this guy. It's not who you're actually up against. I'm just using their stats, so don't freak out.
How dare!
Staff officer. There we go. And then show NPC, and then investigation.
They're just question marks for me anyway.
Hey, there's no investigation? I thought there was.
There's gotta be.
Yes. Oh, it doesn't look like it.
Skulldugger would be the best for like a investigation check.
Yeah, that would. Okay. And we'll make
vigilance. I can make a case for vigilance.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be more.
Why am I helping you? You're rolling against me.
That would make more sense for sure. Vigilance. Okay. And I got way too much information on here. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, throw it all out. Blank character sheet.
Here we go.
One dice.
Let's make this a hard check because you are good at what you do. All right, let's roll it. What's the results? She succeeds. Okay. These are so she's reading the manifest, the landing pad information saying that there's two threats. Oh shit. It's against her, so not against you. It's two threats against her. She succeeds at a cost. Okay, what would an anomaly that she's spotting that would be a negative cause of concern for her? Let's see.
Something that could pop up that would be bad for her.
Yeah. Let's see. That's interesting.
You want me to just role play through it?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. You tell me what's off.
I'm Yeah, I'm showing that your cargo seems to be legitimate. There seems to be some level of discrepancy between either what your fuel reserves are, or something additional besides the equipment that you're carrying. I don't know exactly what this could be. I may have to do a little. Actually, I might have to have customs come in and do a more thorough investigation into the
Whoa, wait a
ship.
minute. How far off are we talking? Like 10 pounds or like a grand? What's the difference?
I'm showing about.
I don't know how big this shipment is. I just know that we have a lot of illicit drugs on board.
Right.
We're hauling glitter stem, I believe.
Yes, you are. You are hauling glitter stem. That would be about 500 pounds, maybe 600 pounds. So yeah, she would be like, it's about. I'm seeing about 500 additional pounds of weight on your ship, and I'm sorry, this is a cause for concern. Let me.
That's not too far off, though. When's the last time you had your scales calibrated?
Our systems are routinely maintained every week.
Every week? Are we getting time for the routine to come up, or was it missed? Can you check your logs?
That's a good
They
point.
keep.
What day are we on? 12 days it took to get here. So you're on day 21.
Mhm.
What's the count? What's the calendar week? I think it's a 6-day calendar. Black standard calendar is. Oh, these ads. Can you go away, please? Thank you. 24-hour base, 368 days a week, or days in a year. What is the week?
Either way, my bet is
5 days.
what Trev's going to try to do is gaslight her into thinking that they need to do the maintenance.
Yeah.
And he's going to firm this up by like trying to say like if your scales are off, that goes against code,
So
and
20.
customers actually need to take a look at your stuff to make sure
No,
that you're not letting things through.
I got you. No, I get you. I'm just I gotta see what day of the week it is because it's a possibility. 5 times 4 is 20, so it's Prime Day. Sir, the scales were routine. Had their maintenance done yesterday.
Yesterday.
On Bendu Day. Yes.
Who does the maintenance? Did you do it?
No, I don't do the maintenance. I'm the portmaster. I oversee scheduling of maintenance.
I got you. I'm just saying. I'm just making sure because I mean, if these are you want to double check with them because that's only a little discrepancy. And I ain't never had a problem at this dock before. I always come in at this dock. You can actually ask your harbor master. I requested this one because it's easier to back into. So this scale hasn't been off before, and like by 500 pounds, that seems like a calibration issue. I mean, I'd hate for you guys to shut down a whole dock and slow down everything that you guys are doing. Getting people in and out of here just because somebody's got to come in here and take a look at you.
Give me a either charm or coercion check, your choice, against her discipline.
Charm or coercion? I don't think that I'm a little bit better at coercion. I just got 2 ability die. What's the difficulty? What do we got?
It's her discipline that you're combating with. So 1 success, 3 advantages.
1 success. Believe in me, everyone.
Fingers.
Oh! Shit! Okay.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Jav, you're going through this whole spiel, and you can see like the visible frustration building up on her face. And there's like a slight snarl in her maw, and she's just like, you have till the end of the working day to resolve the weight disparity. I don't care how you get rid of it, but it needs to be gone by the end of the business day.
Sure, no problem. We'll get right on that. Hey, no problem. We get your contact information, whole night, and yeah, I'll take that from her, the lady. Let me go take a look at this. And he just starts walking away.
Rawl is coming down the gangplank as he's saying this. What, Jeff, what's going on? I thought we were supposed to be.
Just get her information. She's gonna be coming back later. Let me just go make sure that nothing shifted and wait and put us over on one of the axles for landing gear, maybe. So we'll take a look. See.
All right, fine.
Dove, this would be the point where you would take your. Would be the point where you could depart from the team to take on your bounty hunting missions, because you guys had already entered in hyperspace like immediately after you got out of the Bespin sector, because you guys were being harried by a person that could hold an entire ship through the fort through invisible means. So there was no time to take a quick pause break to let you out during that time, so you had to get the hell out of there as quickly as possible. So if you wanted to break off from the team, this would be the point in where you would break off, which also could possibly resolve the weight distribution or the weight issue. But
it
yeah,
weighs more than 500 pounds.
That's true. That would still leave it pretty suspicious. But yeah, so Dove, this would be also where you would make your exit from the ship as well.
I thought I was already here. I thought I wasn't on the ship.
No, you had Uno, and because your ship was on the Northwind Chimera.
Yeah,
we had
said we had 12 days travel. I assumed it would have been taken.
Yeah, so you can't exit from exit another ship from hyperspace because it would rip your ship apart. So you were stuck on the Northwind Chimera for 12 days until we got to Narshda. So this would be the point where you could get out and take on your bounty hunting missions.
You act like a long period of time in a tin can with Chav Vista was a bad thing.
But that time could be served in the form of gathering intel on any possible targets that you had in your sights, or getting more information on any possible targets that you could take on. That being said, you are one of the most knowledgeable people when it comes to this planet. You do know, or you are very much aware of where the guild hall is here.
I live here.
So, right, you live here. This is where you primarily go to get jobs and whatnot. Chav and Raw, however, Chav, you've frequented here for shipping gigs, but you haven't really taken too much time to explore aside from a seedy port tavern every now and then, or a cantina. What's the first order of business for you guys?
Well, after Rawl has dealt with the whole shenanigans with the ship, he probably would just be going around making sure all the stuff that they're supposed to be hauling is accounted for in the ship.
Okay, so you look over the crates that are disguised as fuel cells that are carrying the glitter stem. They are all still intact, and the disguise is pretty well done. This isn't Galt's first rodeo.
How big are they? Like, can you?
These are massive. They're massive crates. You'd have to use a bulk loader droid to move them around, or a team of 2 people, which most people just would rather use a bulk loader droid. But that being said, you guys do have a dolly on the ship that space hover dolly that you can use as well. But you don't know where it's going yet until this conversation happens now, which is Chav. You're calling Galt, the man who presumed you all to be dead. You call, and immediately, in like a worried sense, he answers, "Oh, yeah, wait, who's this? Who's calling?"
Chavisto of the Northwind Chimera.
Holy shit, you ain't dead?
I get that a lot. Hey, listen. So remember those souvenirs you lent us for your cousin that was on vacation at Nar Shaddaa? Need to know where they're staying, or if they want to just swing by the dock and pick up these souvenirs themselves, or yeah, you just gotta figure out that business.
Well, first off, I'm glad you made it out all right.
Yeah, there was some turbulence, but definitely made it out okay. No issues.
Yeah, that the whole glowing stick thing. Yeah, that was scary, man. That was a really scary situation.
Yeah,
lost a lot of good people in that little incident. Yeah.
I have no recollection of that event, officer.
Yeah. I can buy new men. It's fine.
We're the worst.
Using up the general we're looking for.
My cousin, that's right. Business, that's right. Shit. I gotta make some calls, but I can probably set up a meet at your choice. My personal recommendation: the Undertow's not a bad spot. Club Vertica Casino, great place to handle some business, but it is a little more of a public scene. But you can play some Bazak while you're waiting for my cousin to show up and handle the business. Or Arx Cantina. That's another seedy spot ran by a hut. Great spot. Owned by a hut. He's barely there though, so you don't have to worry about him too much. And then that's about my personal recommendations for this place.
Honestly, Undertow sounds like a place that Chav would have been before. So yeah, you'll just be like, we'll do the Undertow. We'll meet them there. We'll bring you little doodads and things of that nature, and we'll give that over to him, and you will when he's done with them, we'll return the gift to you.
Awesome. Good. My cousin's Pantorn, so just be on the lookout for that guy. He goes by the name of what's my cousin's name? Shit. Nope,
Well,
he's not gonna like that. He's not gonna like that name. His name's gonna be under. You just ask for Ren. Just ask for Ren.
Ren, it is.
All right. I'll let him know that you're heading over to the Undertow. Appreciate you doing this undertaking for me. I'll transfer your half of the credits after the handoff. All right.
Copy that. Over and out.
Good. You hang up. You got your heading for the time being. Dove, what are you sticking around for this, or are you making your way towards the guild hall immediately?
I'll stick around. There's no real rush.
Okay. All right. You guys begin to make your way down to the Undertow after securing your ship and making sure that the the package is well disguised. The undertow. So it's an interesting spot. Let me pull it up. This is a fun one. The undertow, as you can reasonably assume, is named thematically for its very aquatic, not aquatic, seafaring or spacefaring theme. I just misspelled that because I don't have the W key on my keyboard. CD bar, owned by a Whiffid, which, if you're not familiar, is those big, squared-figured, hairy creatures with massive white tusks. If you played The Force Unleashed, you have been to this Undertow bar, as it's the bar that Starkiller goes to find Ram Koda, for above the table, below the table, or in the table, whatever you want to refer to. It's very vibrant, a lot of color, blues and yellows, lights all throughout. Kind of dead at this time. Not too many people in the facility, but you do spot. Actually, let's go ahead and get a perception check from you guys. The three of you. Average difficulty.
You got it.
Oh.
That sucks.
You spot hollow dancers off to the side. And Chav and Dove, you guys spot a particularly interesting individual clad in full armor, from head to toe, talking to a green-skinned individual who seems to be very apathetic? Lack of emotion. Apathetic, yes. The armored figure seems to be chatting his ear off about needing, from what you can understand, needing a crew. And this green-skinned individual could care less, and is just sitting there, basically being a stone wall for this person to talk to. And this is where Odil and Guy are introduced.
Alrighty, so as he's talking about like his expedition and just all these texts that he's found on various planets and his fixation on a trinary system somewhere nearby that could hold, all sorts of things of Mandalorian architecture and this, that, and this other thing, and kind of picking up on her disinterest. He tries to just kind of go, well, anyway, as I was saying, I turned to them and told them that they couldn't tell the difference between my left boot and a gonk droid. That didn't go very well. So,
That's hilarious.
This guy.
And with that, he'll actually take off his Mandalorian helmet, set it down, and you just kind of see like this very like regal, like curl mustache, like nice pointed beard, salt and pepper, long hair about shoulder length, and sort of a rapscallion kind of look about him. He used to be something really good looking once upon a time.
I love it.
And just kind of takes a swig of his drink, sits back down, like, Oh, well, my dear. Well, I'm not quite sure where this evening going to lead, but I hope you'll be there with me.
Um, I just listen. If you need a crew and if you need a pilot, like I said, if you take the data from the spike that I gave you, you can apply to request for my bosses to require for my services. They usually take 3 to 5 business days. I would totally try to expedite it for you, but as you can see, it's Space Spirit Parsec Tuesday today. A little lighter on the business side of things. And Gal, he points at his astromech droid. Um, Gal's a little bit on a timeout because we had a bit of an issue with the last ship that we had. Uh, Also, if you have any glowing sticks that could potentially, like, I don't know, tear the hull of a ship, I just want you to know already, I'm going to have to charge you extra, and you're definitely going to have to sign a waiver.
Odil, at this point in time, your astromech floats up next to you. Master, please don't make me fly on another ship. I can't. My circuitry cannot handle another light hyperspace jump. I'll overload.
It's all right, my little friend. It's all right, T3. We could just always just shut you down before we go and make a
Shut me down! Shut me down! Are you out of your mind?
Possibly.
Ah, that tracks. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner now and have an existential crisis.
You can join Gal if you want. They're also in a corner over there. Just don't make small conversation. She hates small conversation, just like me.
I love small conversation. I just hate hyperspace travel. It just doesn't sit well with my circuitry.
Then don't talk at all then.
Who is this guy you're talking to, Odo?
I honestly don't know. He sat down, he let me talk his ear off for I don't know how long anymore.
I'm actually don't hear from one ear because of all the piloting. That's why I was leaning on that side in your direction. The tables were full. I just needed a place to sit down.
At this time, the three, or actually the four, because Uno is with you guys as well. Walk in, and you're seeing this exchange, and you see this little floating astromech droid whir past the two of them and back into the corner or a booth he was sitting at that had an access port that he could use to charge. The establishment's relatively dead at the moment, aside from these four that are currently occupying it. There is a Whiffid behind the bar. He's idly cleaning glassware while giving these two, Guy and Odil, a nod glance or two with the rambling of architectural finds and whatnot. How do you guys proceed?
Before we enter, Dava's going to turn to Uno and say, Uno, don't shoot anyone unless they shoot you first. Don't take any death sticks, don't drink the blue grease, and don't threaten anyone who looks rich.
Which voice did I use for him? I forgot what I used. Oh no.
Is this one? No. That's Bill.
That's a smash. Just saying.
Uno understands.
Good boy.
Statement, I will not obliterate any meatbags today. Unfortunately. I will go and pout in a corner now. Thank you, Master.
That's not-
What is this place that there's just a designated droid pouting corner? We're
droid.
3 for 3.
Paul would have walked past to head towards the bar, and hearing the rules that are being set, he would have called over his shoulder. It's like, well, you could try the blue grease. It's not bad.
No, Rob. No.
It ain't as bad as Ugnaugh's spit.
Why are you drinking?
Right,
drinks
exactly.
this way?
Listen,
Do we need to get
Don't-
you down to the hospital?
Don't
What's wrong
mean to
with you?
interrupt, but we don't have blue grease to serve here. Don't know where you're getting that information.
well, damn it. What are we here for then? Oh, right.
I don't know, but I'm the cream. Doc Ream. Sorry. I've been drinking a little bit. Doc Ream. I am the bartender this evening. Would you care for a imbibement of some sort, or are you here to meet somebody?
You have something to shock the system.
Yeah, we got blue oil.
So, blue grease, right?
No, blue oil.
What's the difference?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Right.
Why don't you find out, Rob?
One blue
Exactly.
oil, then.
There you go.
And
He sets a couple of glasses out to cream the crowd. Oh man. He sets out a couple glasses on the bar top. Raul, you're like 2 seats down from Guy and Odil to your left. Are the rest of you planning on joining your friend here? Or what's going on?
Oh no, they're just standing there. Don't worry about them.
So you're going to take 2 by yourself? Fuck that. I'll take one. He raises the glass. It's a blue viscous liquid with little specks of silver in it. And if you give it like a little light swirl, it looks like stars floating around in the liquid. It's pretty cool. And he'll raise it to you.
Raw would dip his finger in first to like check and see like what it is, because he has never seen something like this before.
It's not like, I would say it's the equivalence of syrup with the consistency. Not as thick as like an oil would be. And it's just, you get a sense that he's probably renaming something this to freak you out a little bit.
Right then, down the hatch. Downs the whole thing in one go.
The whiffid in front of you, he opens his maw, throws the shot back with you. His mouth is as big as your upper torso. Like this dude's head is massive.
As he is downing this shot, his eyes just get bigger as he watches the gaping maw of this
He's
person.
got 2 massive tusks that protrude out from his lower jaw. Now that you're in this close proximity of him, he has this heavy must, or musk, that radiates from him. His fur is lightly matted and doesn't seem to have a very great sense of hygiene. And as you watch him, you get a sense that he is partially inebriated at the moment.
Raw would have noticed this for sure, and he would have just leaned in close. Drinking your own stash, I see. Oh, you sly dog there.
It's part of the perk of being a bartender, friend. I will say the flavor profile of this shot that you just took, very sweet, with a slight like sour punch to it, and you can feel the flecks of silver as it goes down, and it gives a burning cool sensation, like menthol.
Right, you keep these coming. I'll be a happy man. I think we have to be here for a while.
Oh yeah, this is just this first half hour of my shift. It's gonna be a long night.
Already in your stash. Must be a long night, all right.
Well, if you need anything, again, my name is Doc Kareem. I'm gonna go sit and can keep drinking and cleaning glassware. You kids have fun. And you, the three of you, four of you, take a spot at the center of the room at a table, or the establishment, as you wait for, what was the name I gave you? Ren to show up.
Hey, Chubb, I think Men's over there is looking for a pilot.
Casually looks over there. Begins
He looks like-
eavesdropping mode.
Odell, are you still talking about your archaeological intrigue?
Theories? Oh god, yeah. I'm full on like Milo Thatch rambling.
Fucking here for it.
You couldn't have picked a better person to talk to.
He's starting to go down the rabbit hole of like conspiracy theories about how the Jedi actually caused the downfall of Mandalore.
I like it.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
You probably would see that even though Guy remains, and to those who don't know Guy cannot be bothered by but the closest thing to interest that you have managed to get from him so far is that currently he's looking at you rather than away, even though his face still is just and he got like a snack from somewhere. He's just like chewing on it while looking at you, like leaning on the table, just like
I love that between the two of them, the amount of enthusiasm is the average human being. One is just way overly enthusiastic. The other one hasn't heard the word.
Speaking of Guy, how are you looking, buddy?
So Guy has some wounds that Odell would have probably noticed seem to be fresher than some of the others. Like he looks, even though he carries himself very nonchalant, you can tell just based on like his like tattoos and his scarring that this guy has seen stuff. This Meralian has been through some things, and it seems as though not that long ago probably saw something else, because there seem to be some burn markings in like one side of his arm that it's somewhat healing. There's like a bandage wrapped around his neck. There seems to be like a bit of like a singe on one side of his eyebrow. And to the best of your ability, his astromech also looks very like, even though it seems to be functioning properly, the outside of it has like singe marks and like some chipping.
Arbit scoring and
Yeah, there's definitely it's very contrasting to his behavior because it's the way that he's looking at you and behaving seems like someone who is just nothing has happened.
But it should be experiencing some level of pain right now.
Yeah.
I kind of want to request for me to roll a perception. Am I just so ingrained in my ramblings that I even notice or care?
That's a good point. Go ahead and let's get a perception roll from you. How dedicated are you to the topic that you're discussing right now? Like, is this something that normally would envelop your entire focus, or is this something that you can do passively?
I mean, talking about Mandalorian architecture is not just a hobby, it is a obsession.
Yeah.
As well as his conspiracy theorists about the Jedi.
Right. Okay.
So
This is going to be an average check,
okay.
but I'm going to give you 3 setback for it because of how dedicated you are to this topic. So go ahead and select your character.
Yep. got it.
Select the perception skill, and you're rolling against 3 failures and 2 threats to notice Guy's current state.
Oh.
What the fuck?
My
Did Humphrey,
God.
did Humphrey just get on his first roll of game?
A triumph? Right out the gate? Jesus Christ.
Okay. Okay.
We gotta
Yeah,
keep this
not-
guy around.
Not even a role that really matters.
Nope. That's
man.
it. Everything's downhill from here.
He's
Oh
about
my
to
God.
perceive something.
Oh my god. We're
So, I think it's safe to say that I see that he's hurting a bit.
yeah. I mean, so a 3,
Just look.
3 successes still. No,
Triumph.
it is a triumph. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you'll see it.
Okay.
I don't want to waste that triumph on. I mean, you don't waste your triumphs. You save them if you don't use them in the moment.
I'm gonna roll with it. So it's gonna be
Okay.
the as he's going on about his conspiracy theories, he'll actually knock the drink off of the bar. As he
Okay.
reaches down and comes back up, he starts to see all the burn marks and singe marks, and eventually kind of goes, "Oh, my poor fellow! Can I offer you something stronger than just this?"
I'll give you one better, Odil. When you drop the drink and you lean to grab it and you spot Guy's legs, you actually notice that one of them is a prosthetic.
Ooh.
Okay,
And it
one.
doesn't look like that thing has been. His left leg is a prosthetic,
Nice.
at least from like below, either at least from knee level or slightly below the knee.
Ooh, so a fresh cybernetic prosthetic. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
And you can tell that is fairly recent because the way that his pants and the leg are attached are actually wrapped. Like his pants are wrapped around the leg itself. So you can tell that whatever was done was done. He tried to like cover it up, like, like I need to get this somewhat decent looking. So it's all put together.
Well, the offer still stands. You look like that's very uncomfortable. Just all of this seems very uncomfortable.
I've
Well,
seen worse.
life is quite uncomfortable a lot of the times. But if you want to offer a drink, I wouldn't want to hurt your feelings. So I suppose yes, you can get something stronger.
Wonderful. Barkeep,
Yeah.
Your most strongest, expensive drink you have.
Oh, that's gonna be the Teresian ale. Or I got this wonderful batch of shots that I can make. Wampa's Tears. Those are pretty potent and expensive.
Well, I'll leave it up to you, my good man, of which one you would prefer.
Well,
Shots or ale?
Teresian ale is a lot harder to come by. I will point that out.
so
cheap, regardless.
there is an ale, and then the other thing was the tier stuff.
Wampa's Tears.
All right.
You know what? Screw it. Let's do both.
All right. Why not?
Guy is just looking at the bartender, and then it's just that moment of like looking, and then he just hears both, and he just sort of. And finally, you just see him sort of turn and go, all right, so tell me about this gig.
You can hear a grumble.
This
The
is
disgruntled-
interesting because Chev would be paying attention, waiting for the bartender to say a price, because I want to vibe check this individual when he hears the price to see if it's like, oh, that's no, never mind.
He doesn't say the price right away. He does go get the drinks. The Treason Ale is a amber lager or amber ale. Sets that on the bar top, and then he pours this from this very extravagant bottle called Wampa's Tears. A clear liquid. It has an aromatic appeal to it. It's more. It's got a lot of herbal notes in the nose of the liquor. And he looks at the two of you. It's gonna be 150.
Just kind of reaches under his little half capelet, pulls out. I'm gonna say 175, and just sets it down. Not even a second thought.
Gal, the astromech of Guy, somehow is now peeking behind Guy. It's no longer in the corner. It's just like,
Behind Gal at another table is Chav.
Behind him, Uno.
stack of
Are we killing something?
Uno, no, not yet.
Doc Kareem picks up the credits, gives you a approving, and walks off and puts away the credits and puts the extra in his tip jar. Before you, a amber ale and the aromatic shots that are the equivalent of gin. Very
When you
pricey
say
gin.
shots, like how many?
Just the two.
Oh, okay.
Just the two shots, two beers, and yeah,
Okay.
that was some pricey shit.
With that, Odile will take up the shot, just kind of raise it up towards Gai, and 2 better days for both of us.
Yeah. Sorry, I have never got one of these before. Hold on a second. You see, Guy take like a small little camera-looking thing. You see him put it in front of him to like a selfie, and you see the completely neutral, like deadpan face go from that too. Yes. And then just down.
The foodie guy.
It's so unhinged, and I love it.
Again, very aromatic, a lot of herbal notes to it. It's actually remarkably smooth and very appealing to the palate. Even if you're not a typical gin drinker, it's not something that would be abrasive. It's more of a subtle burn with a very sweet flavor profile.
So with that, Odile will probably just go ahead and grab the ale like shortly after that, and same thing, just hold
Shots
up
first, look at that.
and
All right.
clink bottles with Gayu.
You just see Guy all of a sudden finishes the shot, grabs the beer, holds it in front of him, and then he goes, "All right. So the relics were hidden on this temple," and he starts recalling and like reciting every single thing that you have said so far, almost fucking verbatim, as if he was taking notes. And so that was the case, and probably that is why the theory about Jedi taking over and making Mandalore fall happened, which I suppose could have been related to all those things that happened with those troopers. Something wrong about their head, I'm assuming, but what do I know? I'm just a pilot. Anyway, how far is that? Is that what you told me so far? Or did I miss something?
And just like, actually, yes, I don't remember saying at least a third of that, but yes, that sounds about right.
Cool.
Master believes this is going to be one of the greatest finds in recent history and could be worth potentially hundreds of thousands of credits.
Potentially, we have to find it first, but, you said that you yourself being a pilot, I have a ship. Did you have
We require something that has the capabilities of hauling large cargo in case of large discoveries or large ruins that could be salvageable and brought back to a museum, or could be potentially studied. I mean, that's my understanding, Master. I could be wrong. Then again, I haven't had my memory wiped in a long time, so my memory core is starting to get a little garbled, which could explain my erratic behavior sometimes, especially when it comes to hyperspace travel. But that's neither here nor there. Never mind. Don't. Master, please wipe that last part from your mind. Don't wipe my memory, please. Thank you.
Hey, Otto. Your droid. It's a little annoying.
He does have his
Ron-
moments.
Rawl knocks back another shot. Yeah, I'll second that notion.
But he is quite excellent at cataloging and getting into tight places that I can't fit. So, I do suppose that my humble little two-man ship might be a bit small for what we're probably endeavoring to do then. Did you mention that you had a crew?
No, but here's the thing. This is Nar Shaddaa. I come here a lot, and there's a saying that is that you can throw shot glass over your shoulder and hit a pilot with a crew, and you literally see guy grab the shot and throw it, and the thing just flies and literally hits Chav in the head.
And that looks like she's gonna catch it, and then actually just lets it happen.
And then this guy turns to Chav and then looks at Odin and says, "Want to bet?"
Wanna bet he's
bursts
As a
out laughing.
player, no role necessary. This is absolutely happening because I love it. As a character, Cav, completely oblivious that this thing was getting thrown in his direction, just
Yeah,
right
that
off
was
his
like,
forehead.
oh, no.
Doesn't shatter, instead makes a very loud, like glass thunk. God, what
Mm,
the?
that isn't being
Oh man! Anyway,
Yeah,
Hey.
bet you wish you had an oil spill now, don't you?
You're a pilot.
I'm sorry. You asking if I'm a pilot?
No, I already know you're a pilot. But I was trying
You're
to like,
goddamn right. I am the pilot.
You're a pilot. Anyway,
The pilot.
a pilot. What's your carrying capacity?
Enough. Why? What are you hauling?
And then he just has a moment, turns to Olin and goes, "What are we hauling?" Odo, what are we hauling? Odo. Hey, Odo. What are we? Hey, Odo, what are we hauling?
We don't know necessarily. Could be statues, could be relics. It could be anything. But the discovery itself could be worth hundreds of thousands.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think that's something that we can haul. Probably. Swap my
Absolutely
container out.
wonderful. So I just need to know where you're all docked at, and I can meet you at your ship with my equipment.
Yeah, give us a little bit. We got a little bit. We just landed here in Ashda like an hour ago. We got a little bit of business to handle. Let me put in a call. I will swap out my container for the one that actually has better carrying. Oh, wait a minute. I think you said something about you having a ship. Maybe we want to keep the hangar.
You've been here for an hour and you're still not ready. You're too slow, man.
What do you think you're doing? You know, who is this guy?
I'm Guy Ariza.
Oh yeah. Somebody here is walking around Nar Shaddaa, Smuggler's Moon. Oh yeah, my name's Guy. I'm sure it is.
What's the name of the bartender?
Doc Kareem.
Hey Doc, who's Guy Ariza? And then it just stares at Chav.
This guy. His Guy Riza.
Guy Riza mean anything to Chav Visto?
I was gonna go sit by Raul and just like play the drinks together.
I'll say that from what the conversations that have been had so far, it'll be up to Tarzan to determine how much known Guy would be amongst pilots. But again, Guy is the guy people call for all the missions that nobody else wants to take, that nobody thinks will work, and he always somehow shows up.
Yeah. Guy, I'm going to need you to tell me if you would have originated from the core worlds or the outer rim.
Being that he's a Morellian, I'm going to say he potentially originated in the core worlds. However, his track record as Guy Riza most likely would be also more known in the outer rims than the core worlds.
And would you have had any prior history with the Imperial Navy at any point in time, or are you strictly a independent operator?
Yes, Guy used to have a track record because he was actually a pilot that served one of the big groups, and then he just ended up retiring, and that's how he took his job of just flying instead of Ubers and battle war things. He started just doing Uber rides.
So worked for a corporation for a long period of time and then went independent. Okay. All right. Yeah.
You stole the robot
Chav?
on Tarzan.
Oh shit.
My bad. Hell yeah.
My bad. I'm looking at the game table. Give me a outer rim knowledge check.
Wow. 2 successes, 1 advantage.
Gotcha. Let's go ahead and give it a easy difficulty. Okay. Yeah, you've heard the name Guy Riza before. Guy Riza has popped up as a notable rescue operator in your line of work. You guys have to deal with piracy a lot, and abductions. So you would, whenever you would did some time with the union of freight shipping, that they would call on an independent rescue team, an insurance company essentially, to rescue their workers. Guy Riza has been one of the most prolific names in that sector, but you have not had the pleasure of encountering him before, but you are very much aware of this name.
Pretty much like coming down from being upset about getting, beamed in the forehead with a shot glass. You're just going to kind of like, take a moment and just go, okay. Riza, you said?
Yeah.
I think I have heard of you. I think I actually, I hear you actually do pretty good work for people who get in a sticky situation. You did that job off of Dantooine, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was me. Oh no, people got themselves in trouble again deliberately, and they didn't make sure the consequences of their actions. Yeah, I did that one.
You know what? I'm actually surprised that I haven't had to call you. Anyway, yeah, I mean, so like I said, we did just get here a little bit ago. I got a little bit of a bigger operation than just one ship coming in and leaving. So we'll talk. We'll figure out exactly what we need, what kind of equipment I'm going to need, what kind of clearance we're going to need, what kind of crew we're going to need. It's going to be my crew, but yeah. Where did you say this was that we're going?
Guy just turns to Odal.
And as you ask that, you'll hear the doors slam open, and at the threshold, you'll see a silhouetted figure donned in a trench coat, collar flipped up, fedora, and that's where we're gonna take our break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Go ahead and get yourselves refreshed and ready for the second half of the show. We'll be back with you guys shortly. Hello and welcome back, everyone. We're actually gonna have to cut the show a little short today, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and roll out the slate for the week. Get you guys prepared for everything else that's going on. Dimensional Dial still on hiatus. We're doing Dimensional Dial one shots tomorrow. Thursday, Tales of Arden is back on. So be on the lookout for that. And then, yeah, we got a lot of shit to deal with on that. And William's going to have a great time. And that's going to be it for the time being. We'll pick up the rest of this scene later next week. I got some reading to do because I just found a plot hook that I want to tug on. That being said, you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you for tuning in today. We do apologize for the short show, but we want to keep everybody on the same page because there's several people that need to take off. That being said, have a great rest of your night. Catch us tomorrow at 8:30 Mountain Standard Time or 11:30 or 10:30, whatever time it is on the East Coast. I don't know because I don't live in daylight savings time because
I'm in the future,
rock over
so
here.
that's fun for you guys.
All right, guys. 2B Dice, have a great rest of your night. We'll catch you tomorrow. Take care.